Okay, new series actually this that I'm starting. Basically this is gonna run through probably most of my tarantulas. Basically it's gonna be a series where I explain why I got a tarantula, who I'd advise them to, and stuff like that. Maybe price range. But some of them I can't really tell you the price range on because they're quite rare. So yeah, this is Mark, my Boehmei. He was the first tarantula I ever got, so I thought it would be a perfect way to start this series. Um, he's a very nice tarantula. He's got a skittish. He's always been skittish, but a bit more skittish lately. So yeah, and basically I'm going to start is why I bought. Basically how I start is Latin names. This is the Brachypelma Boehmei. The common name is the Mexican fireleg, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too good with common names as I use Latin names all the time. So it's Brachypelma Boehmei. Reason I bought him is I was actually going to a shop to get a Brachypelma Smithy on their website. It says they had a Brachypelma Smithy. Got there, they said they didn't have one, but they had something similar, and I didn't really want to go home empty-handed. So they said, "Oh," I said, "What was this?" And they was keeping this as an arboreal. So that's a bit of an odd one, but they was keeping the Brachypelma Boehmei as an arboreal. Seemed to like it as it was sitting at the top of the bark just chilling. But yeah. It was and they said basically it's a Brachypelma Boehmei. It's very similar to the Brachypelma Smithy, same care, but it is quite skittish and it likes to kick hairs. I'll give you an example of my individual's temperaments. Some can be really calm, as you can see they're slow when they want to be, but just tap his leg. He's just a bit curious. See, he's backing up a bit, acting a bit weird. But he's not the nicest tarantula, only because he is a very, see what I mean, he thinks it's food. He's a very hungry species. No, he's a very, what's the word to put, he always wants food. That's the dot. I blew something and he didn't like it, my bad. When I exhaled, he didn't like that. Anyway, he always wants food. That's the only reason. He's not vicious in any way, shape or form. He's just always hungry. I feed him well, so it's just a very hungry tea. So yeah, they're a very nice species. I would advise them to beginner, but I'd say they'd be better as a second rather than first species, because of their skittishness. But they are very good eaters. So people who don't, because Chili Roses aren't the best eaters, and they're what people say are good beginner species. But this, it'd always eat. So unless it's in pre-molt, which I'm not going to explain. I'm going to explain this as a series that people know stuff about tarantulas, so I'm not going to be daft. So yeah, they are a very nice species, very slow growers. This is an immature male, and I've had him for coming up to about a year, and he's a very nice tarantula. The way to keep these is very simple. Hide. I have this as a hide. He used to have a hide, but he never used it. But he likes to hide under this, and he's dug it out. So you need a hide. Obviously, a proper hide would be better, but my personal one doesn't mind. He likes to hide under there, and most of the time sit out in the open, which this species does. They are very good show tarantulas. Obviously, water bowl. That's poo, by the way. Poo's around there. Obviously a water bowl, and I'd overflow it every. So you water them once a week, fill up the water, but on the 2 weeks I'd overflow it a bit. You don't want the substrate to get too damp, but as you can see that happened last week, and it's still a bit wet, and it keeps the humidity up a tiny bit. But yeah, these are mainly a dry species, but overflowing the water bowl will boost up the humidity a tiny bit, and that's fine. You can either do that or just fill up the water bowl all the time, but this has a lot of ventilation, so that's why I do that. This is perfect for an adult. This is a medium flat Exoterra. I put quite a lot of substrate into this individual, as he does like to dig down a bit in that corner and stuff, but averagely just an inch or 2 inch maybe. A substrate is perfectly fine. These max out at about 5 to 5.5 inches, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that. So they're a decent sized species, but yeah, very, very beautiful species. I'd advise them to anybody. They're a must in people's collections, if I'm honest. Very nice species. But just a bit skittish. That's the only downfall of this species. I would not say any other bad things about it. Some can be a bit iffy, but individuals do vary with all tarantulas. You can get some really vicious Chilarosas, and you can get some really calm Peconcertes, and they're known for being the most pissy tarantulas, which you'll find out. I will do mine in this series, so you can so I can show you how easily annoyed it is. That's the best way to put it. So yeah, feed them every 2-3 weeks. That's fine. Same as any tarantula. I'm not going to mention that all the time, but because this is the first one, I'll just mention it. So yeah, that's pretty much how you keep them. And I think I mentioned everything. This is just the first one of the episodes, so I might have missed something. Sorry if I have. But that's pretty much it. This is going to replace my care sheet videos and pet stories. So it's explaining why I've got it, because I got this because it's an absolute gorgeous species. I did want the first tarantula and I didn't really go wrong. Perfect. As I said, it'd be better as a second tarantula. You can have it as your first if you don't mind something that's skittish, but it's up to you really. Some can be quite calm, so you can chance it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Brachypelma Boehmei, and that's all I can really say. I've probably missed something, as I've said, but hopefully as I go through this series I'll pick stuff up and leave stuff out. So if you've got any advice or anything you want to hear in future videos, just drop a comment and I'll sort it out. This series could take off and I could do it, or this could be the only one. It's just to try out something I'm trying to do, because I want to do more regular series. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't know what it's going to be called yet, so yeah. See you in a bit, people. Bye.